Hey guys, Marauder here with another collection update. Got a stack of about 10 games that I picked up recently, so I thought I'd share them with you, and I hope you enjoy this. Alright, to start out, I'm just going to go through the stack from top to bottom. No real organization to this. I picked up a copy of Dragon Warrior Monsters for the Game Boy. My friend Sandalphon actually found this at a GameStop, or excuse me, a Goodwill, where he works, for $8, and picked it up. I still owe him for this, actually. He's coming over later today. I'll have to pay him, but anyway, I don't even know if this technically works yet. I haven't even tested it, but I'll have to do that. I'm a light Dragon Warrior fan, but still very exciting to have this. Should be fun. I've heard good things. The next game that I picked up was a friend of mine, Brian, actually picked this up for me. Dead or Alive 4 for the Xbox 360. I'm a huge Dead or Alive fan. I've been since I got the original Xbox with Dead or Alive 3, and I really, really enjoyed it. Played the hell out of it, played it to death, mastered every character. It was ridiculous. So I got a 360, and I got a 360 kind of later, like after this game came out, and I didn't want to pay the $50 they were asking, or $60 they were asking for it. But this, I finally picked it up. He found it for me at a GameStop. He called me. He's like, "Do you have Dead or Alive 4?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "Good, I picked it up for you." I think I paid $14 for this. Works great, plays great, loads of fun. Enjoying that a lot. And there's actually a small number of people still playing it online. Anyway, the next game I picked up is Sonic and Sega's AllStars Racing for the 360. I listened to a podcast by the name of All Gen Gamers, which is a podcast produced by Gamester81, Jason Heine from the EMU Review, Pete Dorr, and Happy Console Gamer, or Johnny Millennium. And Pete Dorr kept talking about this and how much fun this game was and how he liked it better than Mario Kart. And so I went on Amazon. This game was, I believe, $10 for this. Picked it up, and he was absolutely right. Oh, I'm a huge Sonic fan, massive Sonic fan, so I was going to buy this one way or the other, but it really helped when he said, "Oh, this is better than Mario Kart." It is. It's better than the Mario Kart Wii game, in my opinion. The courses are really well laid out. The power-ups are nice and varied, but they're not too plentiful to where you can just spam missiles the whole time. You actually have to know what you're doing. There's a drifting mechanic where you hold down the left trigger and you go around the corner, and that creates like a boost effect if you do that long enough. And it's a lot easier to do than in Mario Kart. So I really, really enjoyed this game. I've been playing it for a really long, since I bought it like a couple weeks ago. So enjoying that quite a bit. Another 360 game I picked up, Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. This game was recommended to me by my friend Sandalphon, who bought it previous. He said it was quite enjoyable and a really pleasant surprise to find this game. And so I think I bought this $12 brand new at GameStop. And yeah, this is an interesting game. You basically play as this little boy character on the cover, and you free the Majin, this Earth-like, I call him a Totoro-esque character. And those of you who know who Totoro is from My Neighbor Totoro, the old Ghibli film, that's kind of how I feel he's like. He's this big monster-like character who follows you around and does things for you, and you can command him to do certain things to attack certain enemies. It's kind of a mix of Prince of Persia with a little bit of, I don't want to say Shadow of the Colossus, but it certainly has that same kind of feel to it, where it's very, very artsy looking and very, very artistic in design. Graphics are so-so, but the gameplay and the concept is fantastic, and I highly recommend this. If anybody finds this, just pick it up. I think you'll really enjoy it, as I have been enjoying it myself. The next game, for the GameCube, I picked up Metal Arms Glitch in the System at a local GameStop for about $3. I remember renting this back when I first got my GameCube, when the game first came out, and I really, really enjoyed this game. It's loads of fun. One of the more creative third-person shooters I've played in a while at that point. You basically play as this little robot who has to help a resistance movement of other robots fight this other group of robots. And so it's got some really creative weapons, some really creative systems, like you can hack enemies and take control of them, or you could hack computer systems and break into security systems that way. It's just loads of fun, and it's one of the games that Sierra, the company, was putting out back when they really tried to get into console releases. They also released games like Time Shift on the 360, and sadly, I think they shut down recently, which is a real shame because they were one of the better developers, and this game proves it. It's got a lot of good voices on it too. The voice acting is very, very well done. I think there's even one of the guys who voices Homer Simpson is in this game, and I don't know, the whole game, it's just a blast, and for $3, it's just fun. It's also on PS2 and Xbox, so any of those older gen, last gen systems, you know, if you can find it, pick it up. I highly recommend it. Then I stopped at a local garage sale near my house, and they were selling a number of original Xbox games. So I thought I'd pick some up for $5 a piece, which wasn't too bad. I honestly tried to get them to sell me the system, but they wouldn't. So even though they had a 360, they wouldn't sell the original Xbox. Now the thing about buying Xbox games, I only like to buy the ones that work on the 360 until I can find a second original Xbox to purchase, and then I can start playing my old Xbox games again. Because there's a few in my collection that I still really, really enjoy. So for $5 a piece at the garage sale, I picked up Garage by the Ghoulies. I picked up Amped 2 Snowboarding. Huge fan of the first game, so really excited to have this one. And Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, which is a game that I've wanted to play for a really long time because I am a fan of the Oddworld series. All the games are in really nice shape. I mean, the people who ran the garage sale must have taken very good care of these things. They're barely scratched at all. I mean, a little wear and tear, but nothing, far less than if I bought them from GameStop even, or a used game store like that. So I was very, very pleased. And the lady that ran the garage sale was actually really nice because she let me use her wireless internet to check the compatibility list on my iPod. I really should bring a printout of that when I go to garage sales from now on. And then for the 3DS, I happened across this at a local thrift store. It's Bust-A-Move Universe. It's okay. I mean, it's Bust-A-Move if you've played puzzle games where it's a puzzle game where you basically shoot colored balls up to match with other colored balls and then they disappear. And that's basically all this game is. I picked this up for $18 though, and considering this goes anywhere from $30 to $35 and $40 at whatever place you go to, seems like a good deal. And since it was at the Meijer Thrifty Outlet, and I work at Meijer, I don't work at the Thrifty Outlet, I work at a Meijer store, I was able to use my discount card even on this, so I got another like $2 off, which, you know, it's okay for what it is. And the last game, and the most recent pickup, Golden Axe Beast Rider. Picked this up for $8 on Amazon.com. Golden Axe, the original Golden Axe on Genesis, is one of my childhood favorites, and holds a lot of nostalgic memories for me. It's kind of a long story, but my oldest sister, had a Nintendo Entertainment System. And for my birthday one year, I happened to receive Ninja Gaiden 2, which was the wrong game to give a kid who was like probably 4 or 5 at the time, as I was, because that game is frustratingly difficult. But eventually she sold off the NES, and she sold my game. and I was just upset. I mean, it was my first game I'd ever received, so I was very, very upset. And so, to make up for it, she bought a Genesis. I mean, that's why she sold the Nintendo, was to buy the Genesis. And she said, all right, we're going to go out and we're going to you can pick any 2 games you want for the Genesis. And so we went to this old game store, Vidiot's, which is actually still there, and I still go there every once in a while. And I picked up Sonic the Hedgehog, and I picked up Golden Axe. Golden Axe I had seen in arcades, I had played a little bit in arcades, and I just was blown away that it was on the Genesis. And I played the hell out of that game. I mastered that game. My favorite character being Gilius Thunderhead, the dwarf with the axe. And so when I saw that they rebooted the series, I couldn't be happier, couldn't be more excited. Heard it got terrible reviews, so I waited for the price to drop, and when it hit $8 on Amazon, I couldn't resist but to grab it. Have yet to play this, so hopefully it won't necessarily totally suck. But we'll see. Anyway, that is my collection update. That would cover everything between the previous update and the 23rd of May. Yes. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Marauder, and I'll catch you later.